Hey everyone, so I'm here today to talk to you about The Hobbit. I finally finished this book. Huge fan of the Lord of the Rings series, but I didn't know if I could go into reading this without having read Lord of the Rings. Luckily, you can. It's basically you have this humongous cast of characters. You've got like 12, 13 dwarfs. Bilbo, who is this cool little hobbit who's expected to be the thief to get their treasure back from Smaug the dragon. That's the basis plot. But there's tons and tons of stuff that happens in between this, so you're not just reading this much about them, trying to kill a dragon to get treasure back. It actually ends in a pretty great way. A lot of people don't like it because it's not as epic as they thought it would be as far as the ending, but the ending for me was just perfect because it exemplifies what Bilbo Baggins the Hobbit truly is. I always like to show you what the text size is like, if you're worried about that. It's not horribly small. It's not horribly big either. It's only like 260 some pages. Personally, I think this is a beautiful edition. It's the 75th anniversary edition. Got it at Sam's Club. So masterfully written. 75 years ago, this thing was published. It still reads as well as if it was written today. Now, I have heard complaints about there being so many characters, so many dwarfs, and there's just not enough time to go into each character in the story and learn about their backstory and everything. For me, that wasn't a problem, because with all the characters, it was just such a dynamic book that you didn't necessarily have to know the backstory to every character, and I thought it was just wonderful how he incorporated so many people. And he does it all so seamlessly that you would think it's real. Like, you seriously feel like Bilbo Baggins from Baggin was a real hobbit. Hobbits are real. Almost forgot Gollum. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, you know about Gollum. That's probably my favorite chapter. When you get to that, you're gonna love it, because you get some backstory on Gollum, which is cool because he's such a prominent part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He's a fun character too. You sort of love to hate him. How else can you say it? Overall, I give The Hobbit a 5 out of 5 stars. It's one of my favorite books by far. It's it's a classic for me. Like, I just read it and it's an instant classic because of the way it's so beautifully written. And it's illustrated too. There's these really cool little illustrations in here. Let me see if I can find one really quick. This is just one illustration. It's not even one of the best ones or whatever, but it's pretty cool how those are added in. I don't know if every edition of The Hobbit has that. 5 out of 5 stars, a really fantastic read.